out. Epstein got these people were having. They had a deal to let him go and be a house arrest at his house under the highest, most expensive bail ever. And he supposedly committed suicide 2 days before that.
So yeah, Venice is great. Yeah, I was there first time. It was 2 years ago, and somehow I was afraid to go because I thought it was gonna be, like over.
Good morning and welcome aboard this Eurostar to Paris.
You're
I'm
gonna
Noel,
go where?
and with Xavier, we are your train managers today. We'll be walking through the train, so feel free to ask us anything about your journey.
Where at?
Venice.
Oh, you didn't go?
The Eurostar Cafe in coaches 8 and 9 is open. Our colleagues are looking forward to having you. Our trains are fitted with sensitive smoke detectors. Smoking, including electronic or vapor cigarettes, is strictly forbidden. All that remains is for me to wish you a pleasant journey with us on board Eurostar. Bonjour et bienvenue à bord de cette Eurostar à destination de Paris. Je suis Noël et avec Xavier nous sommes vos chefs de bord aujourd'hui. Nous allons passer dans le train, alors n'hésitez pas à nous faire signe pour nous poser vos questions. L'Eurostar Café dans les voitures 8 et 9 est ouvert. Nos collègues seront ravis de vous y accueillir. Nos trains sont équipés de détecteurs de fumée. Fumer ou utiliser des cigarettes électroniques ou à vapeur est strictement interdit. Il ne me reste qu'à vous souhaiter un agréable voyage avec nous à bord d'Eurostar.
Yeah, it is. It is, but when we lived there, I lived there 2 years, so we've been going around. But it's not that spectacular to see. You know they're there, but it's not much to see. Yeah. It's flat and
he drill for BP?
No, it's a driver. He's working.
So BP would be now the original oil company ever, because they would be part of Standard Oil.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So do you know why Standard Oil went and drilled in the Middle East?
No.
Because of the Bible. Because in the Bible, Rockefeller seen that there was oil pits in the Bible carpets. So he went over there and explored.
Right.
And that's how, so because Standard Oil and Rockefeller started the oil companies in the Middle East.
Yeah, I know that.
He was
Well,
a
it
character.
was well known that oil would just be in the ground, surfacing.
Yeah, okay.
Like ancient people would just use it, just candles.
So like over in France now, everything will be in metrics.
Yes.
My phone service over here is not very good.
And the train is nothing. And you don't even want to fight.
I think it's the aircraft.
Yeah, and it's okay. You won't have any service in the train.
So you might as well just shut the phone off.
Exactly.
Because it uses more battery when you don't have much service.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just ice cream.
And you should have a Wi-Fi, but it's usually doesn't work.
Because there is it's and we are okay.
I'm not going to try it.
It's a smooth train.
Yeah. What is it?
Just very
Smooth.
Yeah, but like,
Silky.
it's not a roller coaster.
No. No, but any train I've ever been on has been clanky, 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 clanky. But I've never been on an Amtrak train. Or Amtrak's like this. Amtrak's are like the fast trains. You can travel around America almost as much as you can
Yeah, and then it takes long.
America's big. Big. That's not Amtrak. I would say Amtrak's are pretty smooth because they're very picky about their cars.
Take the train all the time.
That's normal transportation.
It is a very, very short transportation.
Trains.
In France now, it is forbidden to have a plane line if you can do it by train in less than 3 hours.
Why?
Well, to prevent they want people to use the train because it's better. Trains are
But they still got to produce electric.
we have
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't stop it.
I know. We are building them again now.
That potential you can stop it.
More than 20 years because well, we still have a lot because France was very much in advance in the 70s, 80s.
Well, then
it-
they all
from
went.
the 90s to 2000 they started saying, oh, that's not a good idea. And now they're realizing
Yeah.
it's not too bad. So it's really good.
And they tried to do what
저주지.
They tried to go with
안 거 완전
but
주의하는
it doesn't produce enough. We tried to use solar and wind. It doesn't enough.
야, 뭐 그거
But you guys tried it like 10 years before us, and now we're trying it. So we spent trillions of dollars, and it's only 8% of our electric yet.
Yeah.
Did they take them down?
Take the one.
Make it look like it.
But everybody knows the only serious option is either
Nuclear or oil.
as far as now, maybe in 10 years these guys will find something great.
Especially,
Not most, but it has increased tremendously in the last 5 years.
but that's why it was so like they want to go total electric in America, but we don't have enough electric. We can't even start some of our new factories because some people
We're
think
not so sure.
they think this electric comes from nowhere. It's like
Yeah, like in Germany, after they used to have nuclear plants as well, and after Fukushima, so now they're producing electricity.
what is it? Coal?
Coals.
Oh yeah.
So it's the worst one, even worse than oil. So it's no, yeah. After COVID, the electric cars increased a lot, but yeah, it's the same questions.
We don't have enough electric.
We don't have
So, like,
electricity.
they're
We
built-
don't have enough battery. Well, it's not that easy.
They're building a battery plant by us, a bunch of them. And Holland, the city of Holland had to build a whole new energy plant. But they put they put all these data centers, they put them right beside solar farms. But then they don't even get their electric to the solar farm that looks like it's good.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
We have to build so many energy plants to produce all the electric.
Yeah, and for the data, it's really bad.
The Holland has
Where's Holland? Is it in
Holland's
Indiana?
in Michigan. Well, it's southern Michigan, but it's in Michigan, but it's they had to build a brand new gas-fired gas plant right beside the battery plant to build the batteries.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's and this is a very good mentioning how it is. The grounds that we need to build batteries come from Africa.
Yeah,
And so
because they
that-
won't mine them in our country, so.
Yeah, no, it's
Well, like, they don't realize weather is worldwide. China's built like 150 new coal plants.
Anyways, in Africa, there's no roads. For example, you need, if you have a plant in the middle of nowhere, you need to have oil, gas, whatever, energy. oxygen working.
Did you hear about the big pipeline that we're building in the United States that was going to bring all the oil out of Canada down to Houston? So if you go to the refineries, well then it was 2/3 filled, but then environmental people stopped it. So you know how the oil gets there now? Trains.
Trains. Which is better than
Then what?
trucks.
No, better than a pipeline.
Yes, stronger pipeline. Of course, but trucks is better than.
But they blocked it because of environmental. Because they rather have the trains. But then the train,
You're hoping this
in our country, the younger generation has turned a little bit back more conservative or more reasonable,
Are they? Yeah, good.
or what I call common sense.
Which is because my parents were born 47, like just after war. The worst ever. I mean, they've had all the growth, the money, the retirement,
Oh yeah. Yeah. So like in our country, yeah, you guys have higher Paris. I mean France has higher unemployment. And don't they have France has a shorter work week. Isn't only like 30 hours. Yeah. France isn't known for their hard work, right? Oh, it's 30. I thought it was 32, but 35.
32 is in
Oh,
They're even worse.
But Germany's known to be very productive.
They are. It's about they have more industry, more small businesses. It's different. It
Yeah.
works better because they rely on the rest of Europe. The rest of Europe is
They have the best economy though.
they do. But because they have European market,
Well, they sell. They have all the companies.
lots of industry, medium industry, cars.
What's France make besides wine?
Ideas, revolution,
Yeah.
strikes.
See, like,
No, okay, what? Planes.
oh yeah, you got Airbus.
Yes, with Germany. It's a joint.
Oh, Germany owns more of that?
It's parted.
So some of them are made in Germany?
It's not some are made. It's some parts are made in Germany, some parts are made and they are it's but it's so we do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else? Art. Yes. Fashion.
Yeah, fashion.
Fashion. Italy is better.
Yes.
Italy is better.
them are actually up north, Northern California, is where they're based. You got Macron.
Well, we're not putting that sound.
No, we're not.
We're not.
He's a world traveler.
We're not. It's off limits for
It's off limits.
8 more
For a
days.
train, yeah, for a train.
8 more days, it's off limits for me.
Yeah.
I keep telling you that every day. Nope.
No. It's still running there. So, what else? We have well, less than 6 guys.
Where you guys make movies?
Yeah. But sort of understandable. More complicated your
How long are you home for?
I'm not so sure. It could be a month. It's holidays.
It's
I
holidays?
don't work. Sorry, I'm
You have holidays the whole year long.
yeah, but
What
my husband-
holiday?
Okay.
Like
What
summer
holiday is it?
holiday.
It's like summer holiday. My husband's having
But your husband
weeks.
don't get off, does he?
yes, tomorrow is off.
Guess what?
He's off tomorrow. 3 weeks. And yeah, so we have a 35 hours week and we have at least 5 weeks holidays.
That's amazing.
And it's at least most people get one.
We're almost
So
to
does
the
some
ocean.
does some of the industry probably close down?
Some of them,
Summertime?
yeah. Some of them would August would just be short. But that would be the
Holy cow. That train was flying.
that would be the primary industry. But like most of people would have at least 2 or 3 weeks off between July and August. So the whole country is sort of
You guys get 3 weeks off?
They get 5 weeks off.
The whole country?
at least.
How do they make enough money to live?
We live on the tent.
Huh?
We're making tents.
That's
Tents.
You knew what you meant.
But the whole country can't have 5 weeks off.
As
They'd
I
have
said,
to keep working.
no, as I said, 5 weeks is not enough. A lot of people get 6 or 7 weeks. Don't look at me like this.
It's a
What are you guys,
totally
are you guys still in school?
What do you mean?
That's what school kids get in America.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Well, school kids get much more. Okay, school kids. School kids get.
This is a new cultural
So why do you guys get 5 weeks off? Just, you don't have to work somewhere for a long time to get your weeks off?
No.
How does the
just one day.
industry keep working?
It's just one of, so, as I said, some of the private industry shut down for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and otherwise it will be one of the and the reason would go down.
What, like,
Summertime
the
especially.
plane company that builds Airbuses, they shut down too?
No, of course not. Of course not, but they would have enough employees to replace one another.
Oh, so some people get 5 weeks now and some people get 5 weeks later.
Of course. It would be management that would do that. I know that sounds
Do you get more vacation any other time of the year?
It's for the boss to decide. Most people, okay, depends what your boss decides and what kind of industry you're working for. Of course, for example, if you're in the touristic industry,
It's amazing how they can make that stuff. That's one of Elon's company. He's got that company that does these tunnels.
I heard of this. Yeah, also this extra fast train.
He makes tunnels. He's got tunnel machines. That was one of his companies, but I imagine he put trains in about where, I don't know where he does it. He's into everything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking business wise. He's into everything. Man, I'll tell you what, we went into what is it, Windminster Abbey?
Westminster.
Westminster
Did
Abbey.
you visit it inside?
Yeah.
It is a very interesting visit.
But once you see it, it's so overwhelming that you're like, after you see the first couple spots, it's just, in today's world, would they ever have the patience to do? I mean, the amount of, oh my word. But that was back, most of that was back in England. It was getting money.
Exactly. Definitely. When you go around London, you see everywhere all the power they had in the 80s, 19th century.
Oh yeah. Well, you can, when you go in them castles, so you can see how them kings and stuff became very disconnected with the rest of the world. Or they just become little servants. We need to raise the taxes on these peasants. Because you,
Well, in France, it didn't somehow it turned bad for them. I mean, let's raise tax on business. It's somehow ended up badly for them.
but England, so England
And then
and
found another way, a middle way, which was probably smart.
now France, they never like ruled over other countries, did they?
We did have colonies.
You did?
Not in Africa,
Oh, in Africa.
in Central Africa, and in Asia. after World War II, all these countries said, what the hell?
Okay.
Yeah, well, all of England, because I looked it up when I was over there, I was curious. It's kind of weird that they
Yeah, I
gave all
was
back
seeing that about the flights.
all their
They
goods
were
back.
quite early. They were
Like
earlier than us.
Hong Kong should have stayed with them. Because now China
But the Delta, it was a deal.
yeah, I know, but Hong Kong wanted to be free. Then China came out. So it worked out real well. When I was in the Bahamas, though, they said that the Bahamas people told me that
Bahamas is independent.
independent now, but they
Used to
said
be English, right?
yeah, they said it was a better ran country when England was still in control.
Maybe I should start to go.
It's
Maybe that would be only chance to get there. So I should still somewhere up.
It's a debate. I mean, when you see Africa now, they made money choice, but you can't say that. You can't say I said that.
Well, they get
But I mean, they're such teaching. I mean,
Because I don't really get it. Like, YouTube stays wide and then it's like much
we lived in
education.
for 3 years. When they had the independence, that was 1960. They sort of started to
Yeah, there was some
build
nonsense.
and grow. And then for the last 30 years, it's just struggling.
Yeah, so right investment and you can get automatic solution.
Oil, and they have food industry. They have a very nice climate. They can grow anything.
Where Luton is put like it and then you know that they still doing some months back then.
They have roads, but
Now definitely it's not someone's back, but someone is still like 5 meters.
well, nobody knows where the finance is where that's a big
all countries have lunch.
it's more like a and actually like always trying to be corruption. But like they say that
Build the stadium and then back up.
there was corruption.
The thing is big stadium right now. Yeah, I can't really actually feel the stadium is not good.
They were just grabbing
Yeah, because I don't know where they can squeeze it.
they're grabbing over it.
But literally when I look on the Google Map, someone's back there. So you can watch the games on the bed.
One of the gates you actually queue
So every year you get to go new roads.
Yeah, well, I guess it's the same because they do, you know, like this F1 racetracks that you'll see. So that suddenly you can Airbnb your flat for like, you know, hundreds of thousands. Also, like on the Villa, you can see the house.
Back to Spain, I heard there's a lot of private equity money going into it.
Where?
Back to Spain. Well, it's kind of a little rusted.
Yeah, east
But there are certain countries that have investment companies that work they're go in there and like all over the world, pretty big funds.
it's not as detailed as the actual.
Pancras. Now they went all to like 401k, Social Security, where, well, they do, but
It's only
private, self-funded.
Well, we still have.
But the states are, half the states that have big pensions are halfway, they're upside down.
Well, that's what it is.
So they have to keep, they just had 20%. Well, they like, we have no choice because nobody in a democracy, that's our business. So they just they're all doing the same thing.
Things like that, you can easily run like First time I played any football manager.
So you can scan normally where
We usually go to my husband makes us.
Yes, I got Commodore 64 when I was like, I don't know, 6 years old. And then here they take you the football manager. And it was actually working really well because set up the teams, you see the interface was like really basic. But then you could run it straight to the game, actually you would see the rest.
well,
3 generations you had just a flashing bar at the bottom.
you were raised where
And laying in the sun.
And like it is. Yeah, but otherwise, there is great ski resorts. And
You said you found the website where they have a later possibility to go to the game.
so like are your roads as tight in London?
Something like that.
Like every vehicle's passed by this one. There, but see,
we have great highways, but you might find
yeah, well, I'm talking to inner
and we
city
drive
roads. What's that?
We drive
On the super. So you have autobahns? Like what's your speed? You don't have your speed limit, right?
Just for that game.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
We drive. So eventually, like, I was
but that's the miles
well,
So
100.
average
Modern one is
in the highway.
But I quite like that blend. Like,
Yeah, that's not
very
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 Yeah, fair.
No, so 80. Yeah,
I had one that was
Yeah, he is.
So since you lived in the speed limit used to be 55, now they're 75 on the interstates. So 75 is probably well,
But only on some highways.
most interstates.
Not really.
Like in Michigan, you're going to get damaged if you're not going 85. Which 85 would be about 100, 140. I would say, because 160 is 100 mile an hour. 160 kilometers, 100 mile an hour. They really, when I was a kid,
Yeah,
you would have been there.
much lower.
The interstates were 55.
I didn't know it.
Well, some,
my mom's side they are like
It takes forever.
so out west now,
like probably know like the Matari.
Louisiana. And we drove
I
from Florida to Louisiana.
It's like 10 hours.
it's been 75 though for a long time.
Similar to Komodo, but it was like super fast.
Yeah, it's been a long time
That's
now.
his name.
But like out west now, you can go almost as fast as you want. Like western Texas, Nebraska.
All the
fast there.
like this
Texas is growing a lot. Texas and Florida are the two fastest growing states. California shrinking. We will sell
I never
California.
had Mega Drive. First actual
No,
I'm not sure we can afford it.
Florida is,
and then I had PlayStation 1.
yeah, Florida. Florida, when I was a kid, or when you would have been when you would have lived there, Florida would have only probably had 9 or 10 million, 8, 9.
Yeah, I moved to actually because I have their PlayStation. I started with the for the time being, and then I moved to my first 360. Then I started with
Oh yeah, maybe. And then,
put the disc and just play the game, and then I just realized I always was like tweaks the game. I never actually
I would
put
say
the game on
Texas
PC
Play.
and just play. Always just
I can Google it, I guess.
how to make it work, extract as much as I can from my
So I
own
think-
work, so invest
I
again
think
in
Florida's
the
actually the largest state. Florida's the third largest state of America. Yeah. It might be bigger than New York.
Well, New York is like,
No, New York's a big state. Yeah.
Actually, when I started to play
New York's about the same size as Pennsylvania. But you're thinking of New York
I'm
City.
way better like when playing Fortnite. I'm way better than the controllers that I'm actually with mouse. I forgot how to actually
The air is
with
different.
mouse.
It's called the holiday year. It's the holiday year.
I'm just gonna
But France is where Normandy is, right? France is where Normandy is at, right? Where D-Day was.
was it they came from a big gap in the south of England.
So I turned all that off. It's just they've got such an advantage.
I would like to see D-Day area. Didn't they have a big reunion there like a couple years ago?
And you have more precision if they're running like 120 heads and the 120 frames and stuff like that.
It's not like the one so you're going to run away.
But on
Yeah,
race,
well, we can't see everything.
Well,
We
you've
haven't
seen
seen,
race.
I told her we've lived in America our whole life, so we haven't seen half the states in America yet.
I
You'd have to ask like
Are the bunkers still there? Where the Germans had the bunkers?
But that's everywhere. Because they've settled the bankers. All, for example,
I remember still when I was a kid, they probably don't even show it in school no more, but they used to show the movies of the live invasion. Man, that was so scary because you were running right up to bullets.
anyway, the Gare is more or less in this area. All the Americans, the English.
Ah, yeah, they won't. We don't have exclusive apartment. There's actually no point of, actually no point of buying classes just for a game.
What is it?
Whatever you buy, you will use it.
And then we can go to the
No.
With the COVID, some of the guys work from some of the
But we can do, yeah.
But it's in Norway.
Oh, okay. Omaha.
So we can't.
So that's why you went
I'm
to
doing this with Game Pass on Xbox Ultimate. Okay.
So
And then you
that's
have
where
this cloud gaming, so you don't even need to download it. You can just check it out if you like it.
There's a statue in California of, see, it seems hard to believe, but so after World War I, a lot of countries almost got rid of their military, right? They sort of just shut them down
Yeah.
because they didn't want to fight no more.
Yeah. It was the
And so she would have came from she's a conservative Mennonite when she grew up. So pacifism, where people weren't supposed to go to war no more, came out of after World War I. A lot of preachers started preaching that we shouldn't have wars. And so there's a statue there because a lot of preachers realized they went to commit suicide because they realized what they had done.
Yeah, but
Because they
yeah,
made
would be just
Hitler able just to roll right through these countries with no resistance for a long time.
Right.
Because you're like people go to France and stuff, they did. But then
Yeah, I was playing the racing game
French
with
military lost on World War, right?
but then I realized because I hooked the steering wheel and then Quest PC, and I discovered completely different things.
No, only
It's like completely I know just though I will not go back to
Yeah, but they still had a
the parts. It's completely different.
It was better than I was at that time. They, when in 39 they had enough time to build them. They had 2, 3, 4 years to build them.
I don't think it will. It just sits on the face.
Wow.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, similar in shape to wearing.
Oh yeah. Well, history repeats itself. There's some people that believe
Wow.
you shouldn't spend no money for military now. Just all goes around. But then, so like a lot of the stuff. So like,
Yeah,
is there
no,
any
it's the
place
race
where
Christ or
did
something.
they leave any
But you
buildings
have
that
like
were
some
on?
race like 8K
Like they were, or is
I don't know what machine you need to have to support that one.
did they, like in any of the cities, like stuff, is there
Yeah.
city
Yeah, it's actually
stuff where they left
awesome.
it? Like,
I bought the Quest 2 and I didn't play as much on the VR because there was no free game, the quality on Quest was like
when we were in Westminster,
and then I said that no, I'm not upgrading to the Quest 3, but my brother got Quest 3, I played on his, and I was like, oh okay, I know what my need for Christmas is going to do. So I sold out the Quest 2 and I bought the Quest 3 and it's like, they made massive.
Forget about it.
I've been saying that for nearly a year. So Germany was I might think about
German army was retreating.
really detailed.
And somewhere in the south of France,
2 years post
it's in the middle of nowhere in France.
There's a couple of days.
Some of the companies were retreating, and somehow they acted like
It's terrible.
they destroyed 100% of some of the villages.
That's a good idea. Let's do
They would come in a village with
Screen up there. Have you seen that?
which is the but still. And they would gather everyone in the church and kill them all. And then burn everyone.
Yeah, actually the Quest 3 is better than
I did several places.
camera quality, the way how you can basically see everything with camera around.
And one of them in French history is quite,
Yeah, so pretty much either you can play like this, standalone, like the games that they loaded, or you can
as it was on that day. So I
Yeah, Westminster Abbey said when I was listening to them, well, there was,
no, they kept one or two rocks.
they only had 2 holes to go, but yeah.
Yeah, it's basically when you have like, you don't need the controllers, because the way how this tracking pad is also. So pretty much you can just do everything. Yeah, it's one game that I like to play with my brother. It's kind of like a board game. It's kind of like a dungeon crawler, but it's a board game. Playing just parts of all the pieces. You have pads, and just pulling the pads like that. And also you have this augmented reality game. So for example, it's kind of
really
room
happy.
for your whole house, and you basically run through the whole house and shooting zombies.
He was a great
So yeah, it's pretty impressive. And for the racing, it's so good because you don't need to have like
because he was really happy when
powerful machine to run it on Quest, because most of the calculation is done on the headset itself. So what your PC is doing is just rendering the video.
that was their biggest mistake, I think.
All the 3D reality is done
No,
the
that
itself.
Japanese came by this.
I was there being mistaken.
Yeah.
But they used the Japanese for parts of it. They fought to death.
Yeah, but with Quest 3, my PC, I'm using flight simulators. I have this 2070 Super card, and I set up the cases.
What's the guy's name? Made that
And I'm
movie out.
running this autonomous paper. And it's like,
It was in the Japanese islands in this little Christian place.
Maybe I was in French language.
In a little Christian kid. Not Bruce Willis, but he's the guy that made the Passion of the Christ.
very old.
Mel Gibson.
Stated old,
And
but it's very
it's
old
really,
because
you're going to see when you watch it.
I was going to say,
so it's not,
Christian
it's
kid.
basically nothing from the base
He
game.
didn't believe in
But it's not as optimized for the VR, like
But
the
it became a
automotive stuff, for example.
He literally saved
for the VR. But there's
document
more
shows that he saved
updated
like
physics and
70
you don't need to count
He rescued him and carried him down and put him down. And it was it's a true story.
I think I'm sure this.
It was on one of them islands where the Japanese were held up. They had all their bunkers.
Well, was something, I mean,
Not successful.
yeah,
I think very hard. It's fine. I find it something. I'm very tempted to go.
That's what me makes Europe so interesting. Is because of World War II.
This
Yeah, MacBooks are awesome for the war, but I'm using only for the war.
this runs okay. So
See now they say that in our 5 level we saw that
Yeah, I think we
not like they used to.
and I've loaded. There's 50,000 playing the database. You go mad.
cities have a lot of agriculture.
So I'd rather
Do you guys make most of your own food? I mean, do you grow most of your own crops?
that's just data. It can't have level of data. It's okay. It does
What's that, sorghum?
work.
Or is that corn?
I will, for the organ, I'm using only the I'm actually general advertising. They are just using interface to each other. I want Wi-Fi. My wife gets Wi-Fi on her iPhone. They can get Wi-Fi.
Where do
But I
most,
mean,
The environment works awesome, but for the gaming,
Oh no, it's not.
where does most of your fruits and vegetables come from?
Unless you go and build yourself.
except for us.
Yeah.
I know, for example,
Even then, really for gaming,
yeah, if you want to render, if you want to render video, because for this task, if you want to render something or do some calculations,
for example,
you don't have, I think, any Windows device.
from the States.
yeah, for me, it's
We do import meat from South America,
Brazil, probably too.
from Brazil.
I'd love to have
But on the other hand, we support some things. It's so globalized.
Yeah, so basically, the graphic looks awesome even on the standalone games that you play like the quest. And you have, all this free movement, but you don't have it not wired to your PC. Yeah. But if you want to load, way higher graphic, then you need to But it's like, I'm just calling that it is like
Actually, I was there
VR.
a few years
Pretty much, this is how it works. On the games are really cool. On the, like immersion is like really good. So we have one game, if you like Call of Duty.
Yeah, because
It's one game that is called Outworld, something like that. But this is more like Arma, Arma, or Operation Flashpoint. It's like, battlefield simulator. And this is kind of like this because, you need to know how each gun works. Because when you reload, you get to basically change the switches, all the stuff. So for example, when you need to be actually trained to be like, the proper in the button to be able to do it.
But how can that
They
little
shooting
place
you
works
and
that
you need to basically pull the magazine, reload it, change it, basically unload the the magazine and all this stuff. The same thing with the grenade. Not push one button of a grenade, pull this grenade, unload the grenade, hold it, throw it. You can even cook grenade for like 5 seconds and just throw straight.
So they're not in greenhouses? Oh, I figured they're in greenhouses.
No, not in Israel. Israel, climate is quite nice.
you had no process. There's no like,
We don't have like
if you want
There's greenhouses.
yeah, in France we do have especially here.
So here you get snow.
you're in it, it's set up as you get
Not anymore. Maybe 30 years ago, yes.
especially when you're
I mean, here.
cross-gen again.
Chez un passager, afin de s'y organiser dans l'arrivée, remontons maintenant la carte Navigo ici pour les transports maritimes.
But in
Une carte déjà préchargée avec le ticket et rechargeable en utilisant l'application Bonjour RATP au comptoir RATP en
Yeah,
station.
so this output is like
Voire un Eurostar café au poisson 8 et 9.
yeah, it's like that, but this is the modern warfare. So but amounts of the guns you can
Save your time and arrival without send the Navigo Easy Pass for Parisian transportation. Pass already free
It's also online, but it can hold like 64 players on
Bonjour
the
RATP
server,
app
stuff like that. So
with
it's
the
like
underground station. Comme un pilote à Eurostar Café de gauche 8 and 9.
Only as
Gauche 8 and 9.
in the United States or in the 60s and 70s.
You sit in the middle.
So like Lake Michigan has only froze over 13 times or 14 times or something like that since 1900.
You feel that.
And 4 of them were in the 60s and 70s.
So where is local music players?
They would have been the closest. We froze over 7 of
first
them
game that allows you
that
to
have
have
froze
60
over out of the
and I love the first but it's the second fourth but
Yeah.
But they always tell you it's getting
See, they've announced
It was a cold winter this year.
yeah, they get it back to the World War II.
Cold,
No,
the whole
it's
summer was
6.
cold.
It's spring.
So normally where we live, usually by Memorial Day, which is the end of May, usually our water's in the 70s. It was only 50s.
Because I seen some screenshots about like new battlefield coming and there was actually Thompson. So I was like, okay, battlefield, World War II.
But they're usually always bedded by Memorial Day. They didn't bed until like June, middle of June. Yeah. But now it's gotten hot, so it will all balance out. I think most of the farms here, the way it sounds, the crops are doing really well. Yeah. But I haven't heard of really no major droughts. I'm sure they're dry.
I remember when I was playing with my brother this first battlefield and we spent like 2 hours hunting each other in the submarine.
So France, they only have like 60 million people. So you're about the same size. I know when we went out, we took a tour north. We went, I think it was north. We went up to these small villages, 4 small villages. Yeah, Bert by the water. And then
But it's on the ballistics in the
by the water. No, it was. But
there's only the game that
So, like,
that
around our region,
ballistic it's like already
almost, except for like we got out
especially with
west,
this animation but not like properly.
you always see how like every mile
But then when you
used to be out
spot
in the
them,
country,
you
there's
can
still like
just
at
do the
least 2 or 3 or 4
Because you
houses
can't
per
see
mile. Up there, you can go a long ways with no houses at all. Like none.
I always was playing single player.
But now yours looks like you guys have a lot of small farmers.
That will take place between 2027 and 2030. So it's semi-modern. Maybe easy for that.
All the farmers in the States now are big. Like big. Like,
Yeah, what you call big does not even exist.
Really, I'm not against
What we call big would be tiny little huge.
yeah, when I was a kid,
For example,
Maybe I've seen the PlayStation version.
Yeah, the consoles are the simplest of local game and you can play about more power than especially for the racing.
amazingly big.
Yeah.
For the racing games because on the consoles the most
My son
apart from the flagships for the consoles like Gran Turismo,
our
Forza,
son and daughter-in-law,
son
for the in-law, they
but
have
every other
600
racing game that we see is way more better because you have more than
Now but they wouldn't be considered big.
And they're small.
There's
They're small.
when I was studying agriculture, I was training in a farm.
So I don't think playing.
It was a small farm, but it was okay. I mean, the guy could live on it with his family.
Don't be one so
It was 40 cows.
How many?
40.
Oh, 40. When I was born and raised, we milked 100 cows.
every day.
That's what I do. But today, them don't really exist.
They don't really exist.
So yeah,
Like most of your farmers that would farm these
Yeah,
fields,
it's like have this pain with
So,
the
like,
flight
this field,
speed,
this
spending
field.
more time tweaking and fixing and doing something with Microsoft to make an actual flying. So
most farmers would farm 2,000 to 3,000 acres minimum.
No acres. Yeah.
Like a square mile would be 640 acres.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Right.
I'm
She
not
would
doing
know how
actually
to
well, but it just depends when you find online.
And tomorrow,
flying
when you
with
go
the
to the
air traffic control.
you
And there are
will go
actual
through
people there, and in most cases they are
most,
actual air traffic controllers. Because air traffic controllers, they use it there as a training platform for themselves. So pretty much you have it is as strict as the real life flying. So you need to be there.
Do you
So
guys
when I'm
have
flying
much
like that,
irrigation?
like long, and for example with the gap that you don't have traffic control, just leaving the PC and doing something, something else. But usually I don't have much time to actually do the flight, so I'm flying offline and pretty much.
Can you
just
guys
keep that speed
drill
cruise-
wells here and get water easy?
cruise phase.
from the region and from the
That though, don't get me wrong, it would be like this.
No, I compete on a stage because I'm doing flights.
The interest me.
you're not allowed to do it by
Not
yourself.
exercise,
It's
but it's a transatlantic flight in real time.
Yeah, we
No,
in
even
our
for me,
region,
this is crazy.
we have a lot of water.
Like doing the long haul
So,
flights, like in real
I
life.
mean, they can drill down.
This is
We could really get water at 28, 30 feet, but I mean, they usually go down 60 or 70, and they're going big 12-inch wells.
I'm flying for the virtual Ryanair, so just boxes.
It might exist. I mean, I'm sure we don't irrigate as much as you guys.
No, but
And then
actually,
their drawdown now out in the west,
to be honest,
like
the
in
way
Kansas
how
and stuff, they
how
can't get
accurate
water.
those things are,
or
it's
Nebraska.
literally making you as kid in terms of how the operator stands.
Them kind of look like a modern.
My wife
them
bought
kind of
me
look like
years
American
ago
style.
a session with the certified simulator, and I told them that that I want to just check myself, my knowledge, and then basically they said, okay, we can put you on the full program. So I pretty much
Your
get up
guys'
and
housing
the instructors
looks more similar
the
to
actual
ours than
Jet 2 programs that they're doing for certifying
Is yours all
the
brick
check
and
lights
stone?
for the actual pilots, and he said that I would pass it.
Um,
If I will be actually trained pilot, I would pass it. So.
I mean, I guess it's a bit like how
do bricks so much.
early
Not
days.
as much as London. I mean,
I remember
Everything's
like,
stone.
yeah. No.
back in about
we do.
back in about
Well, it looks like your house is built out of wood frame.
he said that back in the start of you
Oh, it's not block.
No, it's not wood.
as a scouting
Oh, concrete.
Yeah,
the sports
big
interactive
concrete.
team.
And the old ones would be
Hundreds of thousands of
stones.
people around the world playing the game.
And the stone would be different from one region to the other, whatever.
So it was more
Whatever
accurate
is around there.
than their own scouting
Whatever.
tool.
Like for example, when
And that's
you go
because we had more
to
data.
Loire, they have this very nice
Just
white
by fans.
stone.
Right?
You will love it.
Is that limestone?
And that's what then led
I
to
don't know the name,
maybe
but it's like
school like
this white, very nice stone.
Scout Pro or something like
Paris,
this.
they have is more like grey.
Same as this. It doesn't have an interactive game. A database of players. It's constantly updating. And now
So how many
clubs
kids you got?
subscribe to their
Four.
monthly
Wow.
subscription. And to have like
But
pro
they're also
club level, it's like
What did they do?
amount of money. Like, I mean,
Okay, so
why do one of these
one
fans
version is 57.
sell that? Well, but it shows how obviously
High tech.
gaming can impact people.
Thing.
I remember when I was a kid, when I said,
Intense.
when I played
Very nice.
but I'd then go home,
Walk again. Very
some
nice.
vlogs, no
Very cool. Yeah.
games.
And the second one is
I was always nerd, basically. I never was ashamed about that.
building,
But I played a lot of football when I was kids.
renovating.
Yeah, I
big
just
construction.
it's never left to do it. Did so.
And then
Yeah.
the second one, they're all books.
Okay. No girls.
Third one is finishing is studies.
No, I'm gonna put it on next.
So we're nearly done.
Yeah, so pretty much this is how I check it.
He's studying.
No, this is actual
Simulators.
This is more simulator.
Yeah, so when it's artificial, it's
No, they will never let me do actual ceremony. But I was really surprised because he said that pretty much he would pass it. The best thing is I never flew the plane like that. I had a couple lessons in the, you know,
So we're in a little town, big town right now.
the private license. And then, you know, with my wife, we decided that we having the kids and buying the house. So this is where my license went off.
Which one is it?
But I never flew this, and he said that my hand flying skills are better than some of the flights that I had. So I'm like, yeah, also, so pretty much you can learn how to fly or in your own room.
So Paris is here.
Years ago, Top Gear.
Marseille is here. Second biggest city. This is nice weather.
Oh, down.
Down in
Is that the Mediterranean?
Yes.
So they got beaches down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Sun. Okay, and so third one would be Lille. This is more like industrial.
I remember this episode. On Gran Turismo, and they went on real track.
And then fourth one would be Bordeaux. Wine. Wineries. And then the big one would be and all the way. But all these are small.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. We live in a pretty small town.
Yeah, well,
So he kind of gave himself that.
most of America is in small towns.
That's it. So,
yeah, most people.
Yeah, you have loads of examples now. It's one guy, he is James Baldwin. I don't know if you ever heard about
You
him.
guys.
Yeah, but our
He is like a
towns
sim racer.
are
So he
like
won
when I
like
was in
sim racing
China,
championship, or he
in
was
Japan,
pulled to Johnson Button
like,
GT3 team.
Tokyo has
And
way
he won
more
his first
people
race.
than
I guess
does
that's a bit
Never
like
been
does-
there. It must be
does New York or even like Hong Kong.
because it's
it's
But-
a similar
but
kind
they're not
of
so big.
concept, like
Yeah.
the kid they
And
bring in
like,
is actually just a game.
She told me that the hotels would have a lot smaller rooms than they did in America. But
Only
they do.
only he was saying
The
that you know
house, the
basically
average house
what
per
he
square
had to
foot's
work
probably smaller
to
than
work
what you
really hard on his physicality.
I was about to
Because
say,
you know when
we have
you're
less
racing on your
space.
steering wheel you don't feel it.
land.
Yeah.
Cost more.
But because you know, for me, I never know how to actually, you know, because when
Yes,
you're driving
houses
your
is
daily
much
car, you're
smaller
not
than it would be
pulling
in
those
America.
jeeps and
And
stuff like that.
air conditioning.
And this year I was on the Red Bull
But it's not hot
on
here.
the, you
Not
know,
like it
driving
is.
the
It is
KTM.
not hot
And you know,
now,
this is
but in Paris,
600 kilograms, 360 horsepower. It's just
Yeah, I
insane
did the
car.
88, I did the Atoms
I
era.
don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if you
similar.
would ask if a hotel has
So
it.
pretty much what I realized that what I was practicing
No,
on the
we-
VR
I
is
mean,
one
like,
to one.
we used to
Same
have
place, I was changing the gears, same way how basically the car was twitching on the fast corners and all this stuff like that. I don't need to basically race real cars, I can do the same thing in my room. Only the difference was my neck didn't have the feedback of the VR.
like southwest.
Because
like
you know
Mediterranean,
it's fun, but
and
pretty much I was so I did only 12 laps. And I was so exhausted, like literally exhausted when I
I mean,
jumped
that
off.
would be only risk.
And you know, acceleration is fine, but basically braking.
Yeah, otherwise,
When you,
well,
when you're going like 220 kilometers per hour and then within 50 meters you brake to 70 kilometers per hour, your brain just you can feel brain shit.
Concrete.
Whiteout.
That's how they built the houses in Florida
Whiteout.
and in the South. They're all got
Opposite
concrete.
Blackout was looking for.
Yeah.
Whiteout was looking for.
But it does work.
But from, it's like
Concrete naturally keeps cool.
Pre-racing, they've got the elastic bands and things doing.
Yeah, they're pulling like the
You tired?
F100, they're pulling like 60 kilos
You
with the
wake
neck.
up very early.
You can look at the Piastri has like bigger neck than the rest of
I
the
did
head.
about 3:30.
Well, I remember that there was
Oh, you're on jet lag.
No, I just
He wakes up at 3:30.
they hadn't raced it.
And then he gets
That's what they used to race because the turn was
Yeah.
very.
Or when they had like this pretty much long, there was Malaysia. Malaysia.
Yeah. Well, you have to
They
sleep
pull back.
sometime.
no, I don't sleep
For
in that.
like
No, I meant
6 or
their
7
dinner
seconds.
time. You eat
And so they just must have
dinner
gone
here around 8 o'clock.
Is it the
They
same
do
time as
that,
it was in England?
It's
as
a
they
bit
go into
later.
the corner, they just
Normal
slam their
time,
head
but
against
I mean,
the
you're going to be in
car
Paris,
to
and in Paris, the restaurants you would have people eating all day long because you've got
Yeah, I was on the Red Bull in the second last corner, So pretty much I was going around 140 kilometers on that. F1 they doing over 250. So pretty much, and my neck was dead after that. Pretty much if they're doing that for 1.5 hours, they're doing like 5G or something on this corner, like
60 times. 60 times.
I realize that they are not human beings. It's impossible.
They have
I remember watching
a
some
break
years
in the
ago.
middle of the day.
And there was
They have normal morning and then a break. And then they
he's a guy that about 3 years
very
was out hiking somewhere and fell.
even
But he
remember
did this one thing where he was testing reactions when he got on. So he had
we saw this advertising for a concert in the pub.
just holding the room.
So we thought, okay, let's go late because we know
Average person's 2.5 inches. And then they're like, right, let's see that. So everyone had the same amount of drinks. And the scientists are like, no, no, I can do better. Because I've got this inhibitions. So we're at inhibitions.
Oh yeah,
Will it level us
Like
off?
the
And
ambience
that full
is
one was still
one.
grabbing the itch.
We were just
Like Twitch.
yeah. Spain.
Spain has a
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Kimi Räikkönen was driving Grand Prix while he was still drunk.
Oh, probably. This is Scandinavian. It's how
but Dutch,
wake him up in the day.
German would be earlier.
Never did
Even
that.
like the business.
What are them round things?
Changing it. Like, something back in
Maybe
the day.
growing big.
Like a good big drink.
Yeah.
And I drink now. I reckon it's like smoking 20%. Yeah, I would say
The same thing I think was with F1 drivers.
I'm not sure.
Right now,
It seems like if
you know,
looks like
I'm not
it's
surprised
right
that
up
they
against
need
the
to be in
Strofield,
top
though.
shape now to basically be able
Or
to drive
they
those
need
cars.
to-
You know, back in the day, the cars were like way slower.
Last.
It was maybe not easier to drive them. They were like more physical hard to drive, but they were not
You feel that air?
that
It's
fast.
that used to be still a long time.
We're not fast.
But then at the same time, if you're investing, you spend the time
Some of the trains
rather than taking it out. That gets interesting.
This one says it will go up to 180 miles.
Yeah, I think we're
Because
not.
obviously the smaller you drive it's still as fast. The team are able to manage the weight of the vehicle.
No, but you have minimal weight. Also, the driver has
Yeah.
minimal weight. You can't be skinner than
But
like.
they don't have to account for things like that. Webber was like 6'2",
Yeah.
and he used to have a specially extended brake pedals.
Most
He is so much cooler than the
French
average.
people don't
that
speak
he was
English.
sitting like that much further forward. So the whole car had been redesigned specifically for him. Like,
It's much better than it was
I
then.
wanted that was to do that. So I wanted my right races to be like fun.
The same thing is with Russell is really
Yeah.
right now. I remember when the Hamilton had COVID and he jumped into this car. It felt it fit to Hamilton because Hamilton is pretty much dwarf compared to Russell. And I don't know how they make it really work because in some of the pictures you can see that this helmet is above halo. So I don't know if that is just perspective of this picture or they just, thought of all with the magic and they allowed him to drive this one.
English people are the only people that don't
You've got to argue.
learn language.
I'm sure it was magic. I'm sure.
American.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I count that as English.
Again, back in the day, all they would have done is
Well, we're English.
the short guys would have gone
Not really.
just have further down.
No, back in the day it was like literally, Wild West with the F1. They would like no regulations,
we do-
no
we
safety,
do,
pretty much. Have loads of tracks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So pretty much, the same accidents, that happens, in 90s, for example.
But
Driver was dead. Right now, driver is just, getting out of the car,
most people, I mean,
clean the dust, and saying, can you fix it for the next
most
session?
people when they come out from school like 16, they're not really good.
I've been in
But as I said, more people travel, more people
Rolled cars.
Wow.
listen to in
my back. I can down
they language and English. Because we do have translated.
I and these guys
French versions. Like French.
Oh yeah, yes. They, yeah, they speak.
okay, they're totally
But I think when I was a kid, we would only
Yeah,
have
even
that
in
option.
this
But now with the
even in
networks
this
and
KTM, I was
Netflix
like,
and whatever
I was, you know, they put the house and
you
all
have
this stuff.
choice.
I was ready to
I
move
think
the
more
head and look at the
people
movie.
are
But you don't again. Well, I did it.
so they get to see
Well, now with
English with subtitles.
now with AI, they can switch it over. So they can just switch it right over.
I'm sorry. Right.
Only on Monaco, only have this type of just step like that.
You see, it's the only time they ever cross there. Yeah.
But you have like, you know, pretty much, you know, power steering and all this stuff in those cars.
Yeah.
But those cars are so it's just, yeah, I can't believe it. I went to Silverstone when I look at those cars, it's really you know, how he can, you know, decide what for time.
They took his photo from his
2019 car. I
WhatsApp.
went last year when they had this F1 experience.
Of course, it was not
They
easy,
had
but the guy was not very careful. He just showed the image that he
stuff
was
like
used to
that
see.
in 2021.
And so he started to chat with the WhatsApp with my husband. That's okay. That's
Something.
as far as that is okay. But then it's just you receive a phone call, not a phone call, a vocal message from
This person.
this person. And he made me hear it. The guy recorded it. It's just fine.
That's
And it's
scary.
not him. It's scary.
What did you know it?
The first 10 seconds I didn't have it. It was not him. The end of the sentence he wouldn't say that the way saying the guy would say it. But the first 10 seconds I would have been
What were they doing it
They
for?
had to be 12, they had to be
What were they trying to pull off?
Yeah. But they had paid
They were
no
trying to
regulation. It was
say
like in
my
the
husband was
90s.
supposed to
I remember
tell the
they,
guy, okay, we all
actually, you know, I was,
have a
you know,
business
3 years old when the
thing.
season was
So you
starting, but I
have to
just, you know,
send
I like to watch the
this,
high places. It's actually kind of look like that. But they can only agreed V12 then and V8.
a buying.
Very different sizes of that
And
actually.
we have to be fast because we don't want nobody to know about it. Because, you know, and really, I heard the message. It's amazing. So somehow they found some speaking to my husband on the net because it's you can find his voice in the message, and they have played that message.
Like on,
It really sounds like it.
like on Facebook,
I like
you
the
see
technology
people
and like the
saying stuff
quality
all the
behind
time
it, you know, the
that
lenses are
it looks like
when I'm watching like the app,
like it was, I'm talking famous people, but it's never them.
never know what happened. Breakdown, moving crash.
Okay, he's managing the
You know, we have, you know, Senna back then, like pretty much the children. But, you know, with small problem, we end up qualifying 7th. Stuff like that. But now, if you have a good car, you are a good driver because you have such you're up there all the time.
They're not mountains. They're when we were seeing Paul, they would let us first, they would just drop them again and again and again and again. And you probably should see it.
You know, if you will just, you know, work you from that time,
There was coal
now
mines over
this
there.
will come somehow. If you will join the grid, like it's not join now, probably, because, you know, the talent is different between back then and now is the new guys that are going for they're so well trained
Yeah.
that no other guys back then were.
I wonder, actually, I wonder.
Unlike Germany, we
What part of the country are they from?
I showed you.
Give your card.
Is that Richard Branson? Is he from here or he?
No, the whole thing, like when it started.
Yes.
But now,
Tommy
Like
Hilfiger.
fashion, like L'Oreal.
There's some Italian guy that's in the luxury products
Well, in
that goes back
they
and forth
didn't
as
have
one of the richest guys in the world.
But
I think
then,
he said that they did like
you know, the Ferrari was making back then like the fastest pit stop and they were like 8 seconds. Where now, if they do like
You can't get Amazon here.
Oh.
Can't get Amazon here.
Angry about 10,000.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's almost in
You
control.
see an Amazon truck here?
There is Amazon here, there is Amazon everywhere.
For me, the pit stop is just
Amazon.
Yeah.
incredible how you can
I
change
figured you had your own thing.
Have you watched the
You guys. You guys got us on Amazon.
documentary?
I bought.
We do have other, you know.
I found this. Where is it?
It's an American
You probably can't find
car manufacturer. I try and read it.
the Ford versus
No, it's a documentary.
This one. I bought stuff. It's,
But they,
I bought.
Yes, it was.
Well, I don't know, but they have help. So your premiums are healthy.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Now
I think
we're 20 or 30
we're trying to. We have finally a guy that's trying to get that fixed. Because so what happened over? I mean, some of the stuff is so stupid you can't even make it up. So you know, oil companies have so much power, and so they have. So my boy was going to be a chemist. He went to school to be a chemist.
Yeah, they just basically they need to hire back then they had
Chemists in the United States,
like that.
oil companies. And I said, they're thinking, why? They need to intervene formulate all their gas.
Yeah,
But
when they were
whatever.
they were like, you know, now they're like, you know, food is required. Back then it was just, you know, short t-shirts. There was no speed limits in the pit lane. They were going like full on through the speed lane with the people around.
My husband's friends.
But on one side, that was
But so
the,
these big
potential was more
corporations
exciting,
like
but the
Pfizer and all these,
I think
they
now everyone got
have complete, I didn't even know, so everybody
basically
understands
it's like
that a fake
it's all
hamburger is
technology
not
and
got no meat in
everything
it.
around
It was
it's
fake in the
exciting,
lab with chemicals and whatever. But I guess I didn't realize before RFK, he's our new health guy.
This is why I
He's
like
trying to get all
watching
this garbage cleaned up.
This is what
I didn't realize that, you know, corn syrup,
my dad used to
oil,
yeah.
that weren't natural products at all. You're taking corn
And even
and chemically modifying it into oil. You know what I'm saying? So, like, animal fat became bad, even though it's probably better for you. In every, we've been told, because it comes from vegetable, even though they chemically make it, it's so they're trying to clean it up.
And basically just I have a few levels in motorsport. F1, I think they are not really human beings, drive those cars. MotoGP riders, they are just crazy. But the rally drivers, they are just nuts. This is just impossible. That, you know, way how they drive in those cars.
You just have to do
They pretty much you just, you know, I don't know, you just when you're not driving this car, you just controlling this car, or even not controlling. Basically using your will to keep this car on the, you know, whatever settings you like.
Yes.
Yeah, we have those chemicals that are largely put in our food or in RFK that Europe doesn't.
chemicals.
And then set up a diplomacy and had
But I think we have more restrictions.
Like your food label will be this big compared. You can't even pronounce our stuff. Our stuff would be like this can here. We would have hydrogen, just sodium ion. I mean, just everything's got a Z behind it. Just
Yeah, when they have like when they go into gravel, they not
It's not,
say
but everybody knows, especially the red
tires and slow down fast.
They say they don't float like they do in America. Like they don't feel.
Opposite to the idea of what you actually drive.
Well, I mean, the first time I ever drove a really good car, BMW, now
Even that way.
It's, as I said, it's globalized and it's real cheap. Hard to
left the Gare, went to Philip. This thing came out
Well, our food companies can make it that way because they make like England has all of our food companies, but it's completely different. So like, or they have
Like the sugar they put in the cans. So that's,
like your Lay's potato chips. They or your Cheetos. They're not as bad.
Sleeping side
She's half French.
No, pasta you wait for
I will
Venice.
wait. I will
For
wait.
Italy.
Do you drink wine every day?
Yeah, because NASCAR also they drive
French people drink wine every day.
the ovals in NASCAR are like 3 or 4
Well, my
rounds.
grandparents just
They have some. But still,
my parents.
It's completely different car because ovals spec is pretty much is completely different car than the modern truck.
But
yeah.
I mean,
But it's not American racing is not just
it has
ovals.
to be so.
It's actually one of my first prize.
We
Oh, congrats.
drink more high quality wine, but less often. No, I'm talking
But
about
Amazon, they have loads of good documentaries about motorsport.
Yeah.
But I'm not. But even my husband is
Remember,
drink.
you've got all of these teams.
You could drink
Just sit
wine.
to the side. They've done a lot of football. And I remember thinking,
When we were on
The more you're in the countryside,
came to a table which I
the more you're
first off, why? Secondly, I don't want it to interfere with my team.
low revenue people, low study one.
Yeah, they do.
You would find more people
Have you watched
drinking
F1?
wine every day.
No, not really.
I
It's actually quite good.
Waiting for it just
I am like
there's someone else.
I think on in cinema it's way better to see all those cars on the big screen. But it pretty much didn't disappoint me. I was expecting some
They
gun
weren't running
on the
those.
wheels, and that was possible on the wheels. Yeah. Yeah, you know, cheesy story, great shooting, so
Yeah, them are none of them are.
Perfect. If you like, if you know more than you know from Drive to Survive about the one, forget what you know about the one, because you will be angry. But if you just go there and just watch it as you know the fun, you know, sci-fi about F1, it's like you know quite
Yeah.
quite good.
Yeah, they have it everywhere, like especially when you go to the ballet and then you can like go to ferry with
No, I went because I do it like a hospitality for the
Some of them are run
like
out.
insurance, so I go to the point, so pretty much I got IMAX ticket for like 8 weeks.
Right. I would consider.
So how long do we have?
Oh, yeah.
It's about 20 minutes.
I guess it changes.
They have them in the ocean.
Yeah, they do have it in
You going for work?
they have
Killing the whales.
My colleague already is in Croatia, so he's come over there. Yeah, just one.
Yeah, me too. We have like
How much
workshop
further do you think we got?
It's next to the what is it? The golf course.
I found out last week I was thinking over just to scout the market back in February. I flew over.
We haven't been that fast.
That's really easy, but it just flying is just
A lot of BMWs and Mercedes and London.
50-hour trains.
Yeah.
And that was actually
In
exhausting.
France, you can see all the French
I prefer Eurostar. I need to go twice. Oh.
but these are some cars you don't even know, but
Because
but we do also have
with
Mercedes.
markets that looked at the front of the end, literally whereas this was
Oh, that's what that car is. I don't think we have them. The ones that start with the P. The cars are smaller here.
They are very much smaller than you guys.
No, than
Well, London.
yeah.
because everyone says, oh, yeah,
Yeah, I use the same train.
London is wealthy.
Very,
The one guy said that in the one downtown area is really the most expensive real estate in the world, and people from all over the world have apartments.
yeah, like Russia.
Yeah, I experienced that. This is why I took like earlier weekends. I was like, yeah, maybe I will just get to the St. Pancras like 7:30. But then I was like, yeah, but the queue is terrible.
So that the first like to get back to and I think
What do they live there? Business? Or do they have business there?
I would have still had to buy a coffee.
Yeah, I also like went past the security.
Some of
It
them
was like 10 past
around,
6.
but a lot of them
So
they
like,
only come now in the summertime because it's too cold. So in July, August, they come in winter, especially because it's too warm.
Maybe next time.
It's just of course only the winter.
Well, there was a lot of there was a lot. We were at the Prime and that was almost and they weren't. I don't think they were much.
yeah, once we hit like massive queues, but like, you know, something like 40 minutes just going through this, you know, tickets and the security and the passport.
In France, you have immigration from North
So this is what's going to happen to ours. See, all ours are you guys in Europe put them up up way before we did. So ours are all cemented. So what they tell us in 20 years when they have to go compare them and rebuild them, they didn't even pay for themselves yet. And the government gave over 50% of the money to build them things. So now yours aren't even running. Or is it not when you're there?
I would say, I wouldn't know, but yeah, it depends on weed, depends on food,
You would assume it's when you have to run it. Yeah, because that one over there's running.
Yeah, but I like the trains.
The day.
yeah, but we now know it's not exactly, but we're still doing it.
Put new ones in.
Yeah, because it's that's what people read.
Makes it feel better.
Make them feel better.
When I drive my car, like if I drive
Yeah, first time I flew, and the second time
when I get home, the trees are happier
Eurostar,
than the
let's check
green.
it out. Since then,
They are.
Are you getting something?
Yes.
Yes.
But the environment is cleaned up a lot. 'Cause I remember, like
You're right.
Lake Michigan used to they have a warning on their eating their fish, and then when you would have lived there in the
yeah.
80s or
Yeah,
whatever,
this is what pissed me off a bit, and I just, because I realized
like
today that,
not where you probably live, but like LA when they had smog.
Yeah.
because usually we get things in standard class. It's like you have nicer seats, and they're just giving you fruit.
Then this stuff was in.
So
Used to have coal plants
so when I will get home,
inside the city. And they also
because literally, like, when I was looking at the tickets, it was like,
powder of coal.
Yeah, it's-
probably buying this coffee and this sandwich, and it made a difference.
And that's why in my head,
The food is
and that's my classification.
Chicago used to really stink when you come in the area where the industrial plants are. It still smells a little bit, but not as bad. But like somehow they can burn coal now as clean as natural gas.
Of course,
But certain coal you can't use. It's got to be a coal that can turn it into clean coal.
it's the same for oil.
Yeah, well, on the stock market, there's two different types of oil.
Yeah.
There's West Texas crude, and then there's
I didn't look how the premium difference is.
well, so then like in Canada, a lot of their oil is mined out of dirt mine.
Their oil is dirty.
But that costs
Once when
more.
we're going,
That costs more to
so once they finish serving,
And it's
they have like leftover beans and wine and everything.
So did you ever, did your husband ever have to go out with
Yeah.
deep oil rigs out in the ocean? Can't they be scary?
Well, it's technologically amazing.
Yeah. Like how deep, like that one that blew up
Yeah.
in the Gulf?
In the Gulf of America?
Yeah.
You mean the Gulf of America?
Yeah.
So it started in New Zealand.
That was,
Yeah.
that was,
Yeah, that was
I don't know how many people, that was a BP one.
Yeah, that was
I can't believe they have that much pressure. So when the oil,
same
they
as
get down in the
those,
oil,
like-
the oil's under that much pressure. They claim we have more oil in America than anywhere in the world. If they would allow us to go get them, but the environmentalists stop us. gave money to Venezuela that they could drill offshore. It's the same water. What's the difference? Do you feel better because we're not doing it? I guess. I don't know. So New York State, they have fought against it. So New York's a great big state. Almost all that state, they have to use fuel oil to heat their houses because politically they never allowed natural gas lines. So which one would be better to burn? You can't make sense of it. Pennsylvania, hills of Pennsylvania, that's got a lot of natural gas. So that's where they get a lot of natural gas. And so my cousin works for Schneider Trucking, which is a large trucking company. But when they're drilling these wells, they need tons of water, lots and lots of water. So in some areas, they allow me to run a pipeline up so they can pump from the wells there. They run temporarily, just a big hose. Well, in some areas, because of
But this is actual.
I guess it's not as old as the environmentalists. They have to have semis truck all that water up to the wells. So Schneider Trucking makes big money. Well, a lot, yeah. And they need it. But, yeah. Them deep, what's the deepest you ever heard of drill and how deep a water goes to drill?
I'm just kind of like basic remits and adding those aspects.
So they put legs all the way
So it's
down.
actually that deep. They put like the banner is actually like situation and stuff like that.
And then the pipe can go. Almost like a trolling motor on a boat. But man, so like you're talking more than 1,000 feet deep. So that steel's probably right there. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know they can drill one well and drill miles around.
When my husband started drilling, so we drilled straight down.
Yeah. Yeah, and they, like, so like if you're drilling here and the guy over there don't get your permission to drill, can they still go over there and get it? Maybe. Have you ever heard of it?
Well, there's conflicts, borders everywhere.
It's cool.
And sometimes I press my husband.
Oh, you know that they've got
Sometimes you agree.
So
Okay, we have. We know you're gonna try to get power on. You know we're gonna try to get you. So let's just agree that we will do everything.
So I don't, like for example, I don't do training ship. If you look at it from a company, the coach kind of
Yes, within about a half hour. Yep.
basically.
I love
So,
It's getting cloudy and
they try
foggy.
It's trainers, it's techniques, it's mental trainers. They're all made up. Your region will be different to mine. Yes.
So yes,
I've never got
we have 2 new babies coming as soon as we get home.
And there was nothing to do that old.
I started getting with someone else. Yeah.
My sons are not really.
About the playing.
That's okay, give them time.
I
Well, I
tried.
don't
So I think the game.
No, they don't at this age.
So, yeah,
I
basically.
don't think I never asked my.
You know, but I was asking him that time. He doesn't seem like
There's a lot of electric
so
lights.
excited for the game. But he's, you know, analyzing everything this game and he's just playing. But he just look at the game and basically plays like first 3 hours and then just figure out what the bugs and what the mechanics is like.
Well, I guess it's also advising that's now we're getting.
You see if I can find them.
Yeah, well, you have more pictures of your
He says,
babies
he
than
says he's still
my
enjoying
own
it, but
my
he
ones
just
that
analyzing
any
everything.
decision with them all.
Oh no, she
On
doesn't
the
want to
level
be in
that
the
I was
pictures
never
at all.
speaking about the game because
Yeah.
this is but he's just getting the games like everyone else going to
So we
games
are getting
and
close to Paris.
stuff like that, interviewing developers. But the good thing
Yes,
is
that's
I'm
the
getting loads
plan,
of cool shit
right?
from the games I like.
Does he get to choose? Or does he just get given the games?
No, he's get sometimes he's getting to choose and sometimes if it's dry season he's just taking whatever he can. So he's still
Like someone gave me a
We've been had so many things going. So 1 week ago, we had our county fair.
I think that was all fair much.
Yes, that's the
This is her.
Yes, it's her.
So it's her
pig.
sort of agriculture thing.
Yes, it is an agricultural fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a
So,
I'll analyse that.
But you said you're not in the
Yeah, so basically, he's not
Are you retired?
or then
No, I'm-
No retired.
I'm a utility contract.
yeah, he just
fantasy, sci-fi, this kind of games. He's not doing a racing game,
Underground.
simulation game.
So,
Because he said that he doesn't
this
really
is
know
like our
something
county
about
fair.
all this and it's not
And they have to show their animal.
Okay.
but everything that his mother had magic or swords
Well,
or some kind of fighting against such a thing.
Always wanted.
So did you do well?
She did okay. Yeah, she did good. She did good. So,
Witcher took me something like 120 hours. Yeah, Witcher is a long game. It's been like, 4 DLCs. Each DLC is, first DLC took me like 40 hours. Second DLC was 50. So basically DLC is 40 hours.
she will have a brother. She will have a brother.
Yeah, she will have a brother. Do you have a picture of Ed?
So they're cousins. They're not brothers.
Yes,
They're
they're
cousins.
cousins.
So she's the eldest.
No, Eddie's the oldest.
That's true. Go back to
She's older than the other girl.
she's fine.
Yeah, why I like playing on the Switch.
This
You
year.
grab it like in 5 minutes, drop it.
My son's 4.
So are you baking?
So he's getting
Well,
started now.
no, you're more into
I think
No, she doesn't do it by herself.
Yeah.
But when she was
I think
busy
it's also
here,
it's coordination.
we have nothing to do with it, only her.
Actually, I know when you first roll, doing city balancing.
Yeah. Yeah, they love her so much.
This is why I still keep, you know,
Very handsome.
working my own groups.
Very handsome.
So my daughter is playing all this central sports.
That's two of them?
Yeah. Stuff.
No, that's my hand.
She started to still sleep.
See, that's the first one.
To buy
That's
or
the
like
magic.
DJ Max's playing stuff like that. So she's doing like the plastic thing all the time. Gare, I can't jump.
Oh, so he's the youngest one.
No,
Why is
the
that my
eldest
second?
one. The smaller, but the eldest.
Which one's the youngest?
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The taller. Maybe I fed him.
Done like their mum's competitions. And I'm like,
Very nice. Very nice people.
when I play
That is true. And they have to take us.
Which one's working on the Neuralink or
The eldest one.
that stuff's scary. You know that thing. I mean, some of it's good, but the Neuralink that Elon Musk they put in people just made it walk and stuff. And but some of it's scary. It's got AI and they implant it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my
That's what he's working on.
But I mean, the part that's scary is they can.
But then, when she started to go, because she thought that it's easy.
He says,
She told me like
well, I
this,
think what he's doing is more
and I actually put her on it, and then she goes, no, I need to be ugly. This is
signals from your brain and translating it
Yeah.
to your leg.
Yeah, my daughter is the same.
He knows
It's just
he's
seriously,
probably
you
worse
don't try it again, you just give me that.
Because
It is in
yeah, but
and Switzerland is another country in Europe.
they keep doing
Very different.
I've taught him
Very different. So you're not
where
going
she
to
used
Germany.
to go to bank.
We are not going to Germany.
You're going to Austria.
We're going to Austria.
Well, we don't have enough. She would have probably went to every country.
Well, I mean, this is already a lot. So you're going to mountain in Austria or to Vienna.
We are going to Salzburg.
Great.
Yeah. So it's kind of at the edge of the Alps, I think.
Yeah.
It's not
Not
in the Alps,
Yeah,
but it's on the edge.
yeah.
Oh, they're building a road here.
You know, when I went to the States, that was 1988.
they don't understand.
Of course, not everybody. I once met, I think it was a guy, and we sort of started talking.
Yeah, this is why all F1 drivers, they start to
And
look at me
somehow,
like,
in the middle of the conversation, he made me
so when I told my daughter when I came back to these kids, go-karts and stuff like that, she is actually really going
Oh my goodness.
go with that, but you know
So
what,
I sort of, you know, I told him, you know,
My son
to that
we
level.
Not wait.
not fat.
Well, you're not. Why would you say you're behind them? You're a European country, so most of them countries are almost like us.
But we are behind in
everything stupid. So I'm hoping he
depends.
Well, I
We
mean,
are behind in
No, So they realize this, you know, this we are that if I have very similar experience, when I go to this bike, I actually spend all this money to raise the real cars.
Laura's definitely getting the guy like the kid I was talking about, got him into the dad.
Burgers, like rolls and KFCs and things. When I was a kid, they just have that.
Ah, the Daytona. Daytona is
And they all came
stupid.
over the guys.
Wilton is way better than Giuseppe.
That's why I'm saying.
Well, you know,
I mean, we are
This is the actual.
That's the bigger ones.
Yeah, it's FIA certified track. I don't go in go-kart with that.
not saying it's better.
here's what Americans say. Americans, this, so even when I went to China, Americans
Probably not.
China used to be like your Japan's buying up the whole world. And then it was China's buying up the whole world. You can't go in a country and everything is American. Like your phone, what kind of phone you get. But then even your payment process, you want to use someone else's card.
Yeah,
But I
I
mean,
use processor.
you know, first of all, it's bumpy.
everything,
Second of all,
but
the
then,
position.
so like, then you go to the hotel, you go on the Hilton Marriott, all these, and then, but the Americans don't
I
realize,
know I'll get out.
we have our tentacles in everything. But they think that China's buying.
My colleague from work, her both,
You
because
know what I'm
they
saying?
are all like, you know, parents, her mother, they are massive F1 fans. She was working for
You know,
Mercedes
like,
back in the days.
Aramco, the biggest oil company in the
engine
world,
department as well.
Saudi Arabia.
And she has twins, and both of them racing.
America
So now
owns a lot of
they're
that.
racing.
And then like, even the one in China oil,
Insane
black
money.
rock.
They have the sponsorships and stuff,
And, but then they sit there and they don't tell you
every
that.
budget in the home.
We have our stuff into everything.
Yes.
So you want to go holiday there, but if we go there, then
Oh yeah, it's all
It's like-
international money.
We have.
yeah, so for example, you know, basically, difference between this holiday and this holiday is the set of tires.
But most of our French cars
So this is
are
pretty
built
much how they calculating everything.
North Africa.
You want this game? This is a
But we also have Japanese cars built in
yeah.
France.
So they have like, you know, the
So
team
what is the
and
main French?
they have like, you know, sponsorship for
Toyota probably is probably one of your number
you know, the budget
No,
of
that is not.
they own.
Really?
It's just
That would be
crazy
an
money. Like they need a free
Toyota
runs Africa.
Toyota's
and
everywhere.
one road tax is
In
something like
Africa,
6
they're no, in France you
My
see why
one of the boys
but
that
it's
stuff
just
there,
but
his best
you
friend,
still see a lot of French branded.
his dad.
Now, is Italy more wealthy like London? Will there be a lot of like Mercedes and BMWs?
Ferrari, that's when it was out.
Italy is very various and South Africa is
Assistant. He's now like, he got promotion recently.
London is very
Lead technician, lead design.
What about Manchester? Very more important.
and France
But I
has the same traditions as well. And you do too.
It's no different. Your cities are
he
gonna
runs around on
be just like America, like the cities vote for the opposite of that. Cities vote one way, the rest of the country votes a different way.
I'm not going to have a connection
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the also thing about, you know, living in case you got to know so many people from the world. I have reaching upper cars, Ferrari, and Alfa. I know someone who is doing something in F1.
So Alpha and Tesla,
Yeah.
You will still have
yeah,
at least 10 minutes.
and there's a few parents at my son's nursery that drop their kids off there, like just hovering around every day, so I'm like, what do you know?
Yeah, I'm sure we have
that they're going to sell this trip.
Yeah, basically what I learned, because I always wanted to work
Kinda like
with
a
the
photo.
team, but then people that I know that I didn't see, because most of the people that I knew that they were working for
No, we're in the suburb.
and they're doing like crazy hours and stuff. And I have made that he went to the Aston Martin, but he's working as Scrum Master. And he said that, he was sending me offers actually to just, basically try to go for us today, because I'm working in IT, I'm architect. And so basically just go there because pretty much they just, work normal hours. Or engineering thing, they just put in crazy hours and they just see ya.
Yeah, so like, certain
And they have access to
presidents we
all
have,
the
they will
systems, they say it gets
want to make
alerts
America
when
Europe.
reaching about the car.
Remember I said Carter, they want to put trains all over, touch trains all over the United States. That they go over. Too big and we don't, I don't know, I think America wants independent, they want to be able to get in the car and go.
Race, but we do like we get to nothing as well. They don't about any tickets family friendly. But I think you can take his wife. That's about like family.
Yeah, with this budget limit. I made that his accountant in Williams. And he said that it's just insane that they're messing with TVs. But he said that maximum what they were getting when they did Silverstone, they get Friday.
If I would go,
That is the max what they
I
get.
would go by train.
And yet one of our other
It'll be faster.
family friends, he's
As I remember, I said we have
GT3 driver.
they don't go to all
Takes him around, panic classes.
Yeah, but this is GT3.
It's also
Ah. Huh.
he was up in Yosemite last, not this year.
Now in London, you didn't see as much, or you didn't see much of that, or where I was at.
GT3, so he used to race apparently he's now on a test drive. And he's a commentator.
For what team he was
They
racing?
had, I didn't see
On Ferry McLaren? Or client? One of the clients. Because this James Baldwin I told you earlier on, he was actually racing for McLaren in the GT3. Maybe they were teammates.
That's his Instagram straight now.
Oh, so he's actually working. So he's the factory driver.
Because I don't use it.
So now he's now
I go
basically
city by city in the United States.
commentator.
Some cities, you used to really see them like 10, 20 years ago much. Now certain cities, especially California, has a lot. California's the best.
Is it related to this?
At the Chevron table.
That law?
That looks like I like doing this.
I think it's more related to
Yeah, but this is the thing if you are actually producing this work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they don't?
He's been racing
Oh, I figured it was.
she's traveling with him. Now they've got 2 kids. It's like,
It's not in our
the
state.
good thing is he's managed to
No, in
extend.
our state.
He was doing he was the lead commentator for the
It's being discussed.
what's the one below F1?
I think it's in
main
England.
commentator for F2. He was at
Oh,
was
it's
at
not?
studios in like Banbury, stupidly commentating on the M2 at Silverstone, which was happening at Silverstone. Then he had to get in the car, get to Silverstone before the kick off the F1. And he was showing pictures and it's like, the F1 kicks off in 56 and he was saying it's an hour and 10 to get there.
Yeah.
And he shared a picture when he got there, he was like, yeah, 40. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? That journey. I don't know where he was, but he was like, no, it was like North London. One of the studios there doing.
Yeah.
But like, what, like,
They take the THC out of that.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, they're doing loads of sacrifices.
Oh, cool.
What Benny
Your
then told me
attention
that, you know,
please.
the
If you
work
purchase
is
goods
awesome.
in the United
Mercy.
Kingdom, which exceed the European Union's statute allowance, please
So
use
then you
your
have like, you know,
on
driving
arrival.
from the,
Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Si vous avez fait des achats au Royaume-Uni dépassant les volumes et valeurs autorisés par l'Union européenne, devrez les déclarer au service de douane mondiale.
And that's the thing, like, he's obviously
Yep. So hopefully you and your husband have a long
shared a video a while
vacation.
ago. He set up a load of customers down the street. And his son's one of those bikes. And he was drifting.
I've never taken 2 weeks off my life.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think it's just, you know, it's just genetic because you need to be talented to be able to drive the cars on the list. So you definitely passing this. You can't pass this
Well,
car without.
it's like when I first drove, we first drove a week around the life and then some people,
I was racing. And then the professional driver,
we didn't even give our
he was like sitting next to me going, what?
oh,
And I'm like, you can't. You can. And it was just, I was like, a road car. I drive a Ford Express that I paid.
well, you know, like,
I drive that.
that new vehicles, he said all Americans do is work.
The same thing I have this ATM. But the fastest car I ever driven was the Ferrari.
Well,
You know, it had a accident at the racing school.
We had a lot of that.
You mean the one up on the top of the hill?
Yeah.
The fire, I was back to the bus and I looked at it. 1,200 horsepower. And they turned it back because they were like, you don't need it, you're going to do 900 horsepower. Still, like the whole way around.
Yeah, but for me it was like, you know, when so I was driving the Mazda MX-5 there for the last time, and then I just jumped into this GT3. And I remember when we were breaking points with Mazda, and then the slug was saying flat brake. And basically after second flat, my brain was like, yeah, you're dead. And then basically braking and you go in the corner and it's just
Or whatever.
I like Silvia.
Like traditionally, I would say American tradition. Even though we had to fight our way out.
One of those two stories.
But you guys are,
One of my senior
so you like friends with like your
biggest man, but every lap it was just a metre or two.
Right.
Fast.
It's 10 times as they eat last
He's 20 meters ahead of us.
sort of the same thing.
Bienvenue à Paris. Il est 11h27 heure Calais dans quelques instants. Gare de Paris-Nord. Avant de descendre, assurez-vous de ne rien oublier à bord. Merci d'avoir choisi Eurostar aujourd'hui. Nous vous souhaitons une excellente journée. Attention à la marche en descendant du train.
If you know what you're doing, you can be quick.
Welcome to Paris.
But then you need to do extra beat.
It's
Extract this last 10.
11:28 local time. Shortly, the arriving at Paris Gare du Nord. Please make sure that you take all your belongings with you before you leave the train. Thank you for traveling with Eurostar today. We hope that you have a very pleasant day. Please mind the step as you get off the train.
Racing loads and you go and do a conversation just like I missed that corner.
Yeah. But if you feel when you lose the night.
It's a challenge. Of course, we went with that joke, and it was so that's my face. So there's about 4 or 5 companies. You see there's a place arcades and games.
Yeah, I heard about it, but I never.
It's upstairs the air racing where you're racing with large motor cars, but you're all sat in the road and the cars you're looking down your cars. So you have to, in your head, inside the car, turn right. And so there's 8, 10 of us all racing. So 8, 10 seconds. Obviously, I wouldn't do everything. I'll be professional. It's really good actually. Good luck.
Yeah, I never was with this like RC car. I just can't figure it out. That basically just looking at the car and basically how to back.
You have to be. You have to literally
We go straight to the hotel and then we have like.
I never tried this. I never tried this, but because usually I was trying to figure it out like by looking at the car.
Micro machines game. Where sometimes you turn right and obviously it wasn't going right because you needed to go left. The car was upside down.
Actually, I was quite good in micro machines. How I can't do the like do the real.
No,
It's the same thing I always wanted to do, the RC planes. But when I tried it, I completely like crashed it. There was like this whole model, so it was fantastic, but I was like, I can't control it.
Your perspective's really
Yeah.
I want to get my son license in RC.
That's one of yours.
RC cars. I want to get one of those.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they are just they are crazy. Like you have this massive model.
No, I've seen what it was.
There's little plates.
It's made to break the window.
She's used to his jokes.
So we get outside here, or we in the building when we get out.
About the Red Bull, they probably make these agreements.
We learned a lot.
Yes, we did. I love learning about your
And basically he said that if they